and gentlemen, the following is a non-tournament matchup. Introducing first, weighing in 185 pounds, from Augusta, Georgia, Anthony Henry. And his opponent, weighing in at 205 pounds, from Chattanooga, Tennessee, Joey Lynch.
Rev Dan Wilson with Al Getz here for night 2 of the Scenic City Invitational non-tournament action here as two men who came up just ever so short in round 1 colliding with Anthony Henry and Joey Lynch.
And this match was actually put together due to both men's performances in night 1. They were offered the opportunity to compete in this singles match, in a non-tournament match. But before we really get going, we do have some news to address. Last night in night 1 during the Anthony Henry's match with Jimmy Rave did land very badly on his shoulder after taking that kick from Henry. And this afternoon, on his way to lunch, the vehicle that Jimmy Rave was in was actually rear-ended while they were at a stoplight. The shoulder was aggravated. The medics that came to the scene advised Jimmy Rave to go to the hospital. He refused medical treatment and is going to compete, but at this point, I don't know the condition the shoulder was in. There's also speculation that he actually might have even been knocked out momentarily by that kick. So Jimmy Rave is going to go on with his scheduled match against Gunnar Miller, but I really don't know the condition he's in. But let's go back to the matchup.
Joey Lynch, nice 3-quarter Nelson into a pinfall. Anthony Henry had the side headlock applied. Both of these men took their opponent to the absolute limit. Anthony Henry with a career-defining matchup against the aforementioned Jimmy Rave in round 1. And Joey Lynch just barely defeated by Corey Hollis.
As a matter of fact, some of the fans who were in attendance on night 1 actually went on social media to talk about the Jimmy Rave Anthony Henry match as potential match of the year candidate, if you follow those sorts of things, and one of the best matches they've ever seen live. So a great performance by both men, and a great performance by Joey Lynch, even though he came up short against Corey Hollis, did well enough that he was rewarded with this singles bout in front of the fans here in Rossville, Georgia on night 2 of the Scenic City Invitational.
Larry Goodman, the esteemed wrestling journalist himself, has called Joey Lynch the best-kept secret in Southern wrestling, and I don't think that's an exaggeration. And here tonight against Anthony Henry, he's trying to make sure that he's no longer a secret.
Well, definitely not a secret here in the Empire Arena in Rossville. The fans behind him all the way. And a beautiful elbow right to the mush of Anthony Henry causes Henry to just walk away and take a little break and say, hey, that ain't cool.
I think Henry tastes a little blood there. You can see him licking his lips. And now both men going nose to nose here. Looks like the tempers are flaring early. And now fisticuffs are flying.
Yeah, going back and forth, these battle of forearms. Finally, Joey Lynch battles Henry back in the corner, whips him across. Goes for a hip toss. Henry reverses it. Lynch reverses it. Henry reverses it. Lynch reverses it and takes him up over the top rope. Henry with a chop fights him off. Comes in with a beautiful kick into the corner.
After a near infinite series of hip toss reversals, Anthony Henry gets Lynch on the apron, comes back in with an enziguri, but Joey Lynch with an enziguri of his own. And this time, Anthony Henry was perched on the top rope. It sent him dumped out of the arena floor.
Yeah, and Lynch isn't done yet. Oh!
Corkscrew plancha by Joey Lynch.
Incredible sequence of maneuvers to open this bout. First that enziguri by Lynch, and Henry took a double bump. First he fell from the top rope to the apron, and then fell from the apron to the floor, and then Lynch followed it up with that corkscrew, and now just double palm thrust backing Henry into the corner.
Lynch wasting no time himself. Irish whip, high leg lariat, beautifully executed. Hooks the leg of Anthony Henry. Henry out just barely after 1 there.
Well, that was smart on his part. You know, a lot of wrestlers wait till the last possible second to kick out, but Henry with a quick kick out there as Chris Wiggins barely got past 1. Now again, a double palm thrust there by Lynch and sending Anthony across town. Henry meets him though with an elbow.
Interesting battle of the mixed martial arts here. Henry Springboard sunset powerbomb, beautifully executed, hooks the leg. That's gonna do it for Lynch. No.
Just a 2 count there from Henry after that beautiful move. Both men now fighting to get up to their feet. The crowd still behind Joey Lynch. What does Anthony Henry have to do to get this crowd behind him? I mean, he's done all he possibly can to win these matches and still finds the crowd cheering for his opponent more often than him.
I think he definitely earned their respect. Beautiful knee drop there. Lateral press. Lynch there is the one out at one. But I think he definitely earned the crowd's respect. But Joey Lynch, being the hometown guy here, he hails from Chattanooga, Tennessee. That is where he currently resides. He's born and raised right here in Roscoe, Georgia. So that's a big factor in determining the crowd support. You can hear them firmly behind Joey Lynch here as Anthony Henry digs in deep. Beautiful counter with a jawbreaker. Led by Joey Lynch, escapes the hold. Off the ropes he comes here. Henry there though, counters with a sleeper hold. Right in the middle of the ring.
Good old-fashioned sleeper hold by Henry, and not flashy, not fancy, but very effective as you see Lynch now fighting to hold on to consciousness as Henry squeezes it in tight.
As we recently lost the great Roddy Piper, and I do believe that this may be a bit of a tribute to the Rowdy one. That was always his go-to maneuver. And if it puts away Joey Lynch, I think it can make Anthony Henry proud here, but Lynch is fighting up, and another jawbreaker. Henry's got to be watching. He might have bit off a piece of his tongue there.
Yeah, again, earlier it looked like he was, might have gotten hit in the lip earlier, got busted open, but now Lynch charging into the corner, comes off with a big knee, rolls Henry over, just a 2 count.
Joey Lynch going right back to the attack. Looking Anthony Henry, but Henry using the kicks as an offensive maneuver, even from a grounded base. And now he's got Joey Lynch hooked. There's the air raid crash.
Going for the count. Lynch flips him over. Oh no, Graves got him. I'm sorry, Henry's got him. I'm getting confused. I don't know what's going on here. These guys are way too fast for an old man like me.
Anthony Henry, I don't even know what to call that. He's got the leg grapevine around the neck. He's got both arms hooked in a crossface, but there's a unique variant there, putting extra pressure. Of course, the muscles in the leg much stronger than those in the arms of any man, and that's additional pressure onto Joey Lynch, and he could be going out like a light here.
Yeah, Lynch awfully close to that rope, just a few more inches, I think, and he'll be able to force a break, but now Henry putting on some more pressure. Oh, Lynch finally able to grab on that rope. Referee Chris Wiggins now telling Anthony Henry to break the hold. Henry waits until about a 3 count, which is well within his right to do so, but, not the most sportsmanlike of acts.
And the 5 count is the referee's discretion. That's usually them showing a bit of leniency in hopes that they'll see a clean winner in the middle of the ring. That's certainly a gift that they give the competitors. They don't even have to give them the 5 count, but most do. You see Joey Lynch has the leg hook there, countering a kick, but Henry still has the fist to use as a weapon and makes proper do of him. Joey Lynch with a boot to the midsection there as Henry hook, fisherman suplex into a Michinoku coup driver, hooks the leg. And Henry out at the last second on that one.
Just within inches of being a 3 count of the referee's hand, hitting the mat for a 3rd time. Now Lynch picking Henry up. A European uppercut now comes across. Henry, though, lifts him up and just plants him face first onto the mat. Oh, there's that kick. Oh, but Lynch rolls out to the floor before Henry can grab him and try and pin him.
I don't know if that was instinct or if that was just the way the momentum carried the awfully dazed Joey Lynch. It was that same kick that knocked Jimmy Rave. He said may have knocked him out and injured the shoulder. Of course, Jimmy Rave was standing when he got hit with it on night 1, and Joey Lynch was in a seated position, but referee Chris Wiggins going down here to check on the well-being of Joey.
And Wiggins was the referee for the Henry Rave match last night, so he certainly knows firsthand the amount of damage that kick can do. So luckily the safety of the competitors comes first here at the Scenic City. But almost got a 3, but Joey Lynch reached down and grabbed the bottom rope with his right hand at the last possible second to break up the count.
Lynch finding extreme last-second salvation with that bottom rope. And now he's got the fan support. Can he channel that into getting back on top of this matchup? Joey Lynch to his feet there. Beautifully executed. Middle of the ring, slice bread number 2, hooks the leg. And Anthony Henry kicks out.
Still not enough. I mean, just because this is a non-tournament match doesn't mean that both men want to win and impress the crowd and the tournament organizers. Numerous wrestling luminaries and personalities here in attendance, both in the crowd and in the dressing room, always looking for new talent. So really, both these guys want to win this match. Lynch up top.
Let's go for that signature moonsault. Henry out of the way. And Henry hooks the legs here up to a reversal. Only a 2. Amazing athleticism and quickness from Lynch there. Inverted cradle. Henry rolls it over. Only a 2. No. Lynch rolls it over again. And another reversal, and neither man able to get the best of it.
Incredible back and forth action here in the, oh wow, great bridge up by Anthony Henry. Going for a backslide now, the move that Kerry Von Erich won the NWA World Heavyweight title with when he beat Ric Flair, but no, can't get him over now. Lynch going for a backslide of his own. Finally, Henry gets it. 1, 2, only gets a 2 count.
Lynch rolled out, but he rolled right into the waiting forearm shot of Anthony Henry. Henry goes for another. Lynch ducks, rolls him up here. He's got him too. He has a 3 count.
Wow, incredible strength by Joey Lynch with just one hand. Reached over with pure brute strength, took Henry down and held him down for the 3 count. Big win by Joey Lynch. Let's take a look at that again. Just watch. With just one hand and just incredible force and determination, just pulls Henry down and across, able to get the 3 count. Your winner in 10 minutes, 59 seconds, Joey Lynch.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the beginning of the second round of the Scenic City Invitational. Introducing first, weighing in at 192 pounds, from Greenbow, Alabama, Corey Hollis. And his opponent, weighing in at 205 pounds, from West Alexandria, Ohio, Jason Collins.
Round 2 is underway here at the Scenic City Invitational. The winner of this tournament will crown the first ever Scenic City Invitational champion and take home the Greg Hollander Trophy. Corey Hollis taking on Jason Collins to kick things off.
An intriguing second round matchup here. You have Collins coming off what many consider to be a huge upset, having defeated Caprice Coleman against Corey Hollis, who got the win over Joey Lynch. And no matter what happens, Corey Hollis is the shortest and lightest competitor left in the tournament. And Collins coming off the emotional high of that big upset, and now with the crowd firmly behind him as Hollis, a member of the hated White Rose faction here in the Empire Arena. The dynamic of this match is really intriguing.
Collar and elbow tie up in the center of the ring. Jason Collins powering Hollis into the corner. Hollis getting up on the top turnbuckle, forcing the break. Sound technical wrestling for Corey Hollis, as well as just a sound fundamental game here. But Jason Collins.
Remember Collins with the incredible suplex display in night 1. We'll see if he pulls any more out. And Corey Hollis, of course, got the win with that kick to Joey Lynch when Lynch was on his knees in a prone position in the middle of the ring after that eye poke.
Locking horns again in the center of the ring. Collins takes the advantage with a side headlock. Corey Hollis trying to maneuver his way out of the hold. Going to the ropes, using the momentum to shrug Collins off. And as Collins charged him, Corey Hollis completely bailed out of the ring.
Just up and left the ring, now joined with some kids in the front row. Here comes Jason Collins after him. become a foot race on the outside. You know, according to the fine folks at cagematch.net, there was one documented singles match between the two, and that was in March of 2014. Jason Collins actually won that match. That was part of a tournament. Matter of fact, we referenced that tournament in night one. That was a tournament that Jason Collins won for Deep Southern Championship Wrestling.
Nice leg lariat by Collins. Corey Hollis is reeling. Irish whip. Up the ropes he goes. High back body drop, and Corey Hollis landed on his face.
Yeah, landed awkwardly from that back body drop. That's not going to feel good in the morning. Collins goes right back to work, whipping Hollis across, charges in. Oh, eats a boot to the face.
Hollis up to the second turnbuckle. Jason Collins grabs him by the arm. He's going to try to bring him back into the knee again, but Corey Hollis with a nice reversal, hip tossing Collins into the turnbuckle. Another awkward and painful landing.
Yeah, not only did his back hit those turnbuckles, but the back of his neck and his upper back might have snapped on the mat. Definitely not the landing you want to achieve. Now Hollis just ignoring referee Brandon Bailey and just ducking under him and charging in, and now just standing on his throat in the corner.
Corey Hollis' success both with the White Rose stable here at Empire and all across the country. He was recognized many times by Pro Wrestling Illustrated magazine. He was a 2010 nominee for their Rookie of the Year, and for 5 years in a row has been ranked in the PWI 500. For a guy with his experience level, that's quite impressive as Collins eats the central turnbuckle.
He's also had some recent opportunities with Ring of Honor in the last couple of years. But interesting when you look at the competitors left in the tournament and where Hollis in particular stands. Jimmy Rave still in the tournament. Hollis was once a member of Jimmy Rave Approved. But Gunnar Miller, the man who took out Hollis's teammate in the White Rose, still in the tournament. You know Hollis would love to get to the finals and face Gunnar Miller and get his revenge on Miller, but what happens if Jimmy Rave makes it to the finals? Is Hollis going to be able to compete against his, one of his mentors and masters?
Side headlock applied on the mat, so Hollis has the leverage advantage. You can see Collins reaching out for a little bit of support, as well as for possibly a window here to escape the clutch that Hollis has locked in here. Though you can see the grip appears to have been broken. Now Collins making his way to his feet. Shots to the midsection will do it. Good old-fashioned punch to the face. Collins coming off the ropes, but Hollis right there on him to beat him with a forearm.
The speed and athleticism of Hollis on display there. He came right up behind Collins before Collins just barely turned around. Hollis was already there. Incredible agility by the lightest man remaining in the tournament, and he's using that quickness to his advantage as we approach the 5-minute mark of this opening match in the second round of the Scenic City Invitation.
Hollis with a chin lock, again using Jason Collins' arm to do the damage. He's got it wrapped all the way around his throat. Collins is feeling his way out. Now he's back up to his feet and uses his own skull as a weapon. But Corey Hollis meets him right in the center of the ring with a drop kick.
Incredible airtime on that dropkick by Hollis. But yeah, we've seen numerous instances in this tournament of men using their opponents' momentum and even own body parts against them in these various maneuvers. Just really incredible display of wrestling ability, submissions, power, speed, athleticism, just all facets of professional wrestling have been on display in this tournament. This is a very fast-paced match. Later on, we're going to see Congo Kong against Moose, and I think we know it. Oh, Collins just pulled Hollis' shoulder first into that top rope, snapping back against the steel cable. Hollis in the middle of the ring trying to recover.
So that top rope might have caught him across the bridge of the nose. Collins springboards into the ring with a big clothesline and another. And Hollis rocking and reeling there in the corner. Another forearm by Jason Collins and another clothesline. And Corey Hollis completely turned inside out. Hook to the leg. And Hollis kicks out.
Would you say Jason Collins was a house of fire there? Would you?
I'd say he was the proverbial house of fire.
Absolutely house of fire by Jason Collins. Now the fans square behind him as he's up to his feet, signaling that this is it. This is the end right here, stalking Corey Hollis from behind. Here we go. This is how he beat Caprice Coleman with that suplex off the turnbuckle in the corner. Hollis gets out of it though and plants Collins face first on the second turnbuckle. Handful of tights, but only gets a 2 count.
Again, the athleticism of Hollis on display and the tenacity. Big punch right to the face.
Just said this is his house.
I know a lot of people that might disagree with that statement, but he certainly is a frequent competitor here.
Big right though by Collins, and Hollis with a jumping headbutt. It's a new move I've seen from him, but spinning forearm attack by Collins, and again, another one of those wicked, nasty suplexes.
Hollis' foot is breaking the plane of the bottom rope, and referee Brandon Bailey right on top of things right there and saw it and saved Hollis the match, possibly.
Absolutely. Well, Hollis was in the right position, and luckily Brandon Bailey checked that leg before making the 3 count, and that's why Brandon was selected to referee this tournament. He's just one of the most well-respected referees in the Chattanooga area, as Hollis now slowly trying to get back to his feet.
Hollis is really feeling the effects of that suplex, half Nelson German suplex, dropping right on his head. Collins going for another. That same move we saw him defeat Caprice Coleman with. It's like an inverted fisherman suplex, but Hollis knows the danger he's in and is fighting for dear life to get out of it, and he does. He lands on his feet.
Here's that poke to the eyes. That's the same thing he did in round 1 against Joey Lynch, and follows it up with the kick just like he did against Joey Lynch. Is he going to get the victory again? Yes! Same move, same result, as Corey Hollis is your first finalist in the 2015 Scenic City Invitational. Again, by hook or by crook, doesn't matter. Corey Hollis, your winner. Take a look at that kick and just watch what it does to the head of Jason Collins. Snaps it forward, enabling Corey Hollis to get the win and advance to the finals. 1 down, 3 to go here in Rossville.
Introducing first, weighing in at 245 pounds from Greensboro, North Carolina, he is the modern-day Viking, Gunner! And his opponent, he weighs in at 205 pounds from Chattanooga, Tennessee, Ace Rockwell!
All right, we are kicking off the next second round match with former rivals, but in recent years they've actually become very good friends, and that's Gunner and Ace Rockwell. Their in-ring history, they've had 4 singles matches. Gunner has won all 4, but the last one was over 5 years ago, and as you see from that handshake, these guys now have developed a pretty strong friendship outside of the ring.
A lot of mutual respect here. They've trained together many times, I know. They spend a lot of time together, even though they reside in different places. Collar and elbow tie up there. Very quickly broken up. Ace Rockwell is measuring Gunner. I think he's feeling him out here. He knows that, as you mentioned, he's been defeated by Gunner on 4 separate occasions, so he's really wanting a victory here. He's not going to be able to overpower Gunner, and things are getting a little bit heated right off the bat here. An exchange of slaps here. I think we're seeing the friendship dissolve a little bit out.
Whoa, I was not expecting this. Both men going at it. First a slap fight, now they're just rolling around. Referee Graham Long trying to break them up in there. Now he's on the mat. Whoa, what an explosive start to this one. That just goes to show you, in a tournament like this, the stakes are so high that friendships just get thrown out the window like that.
You can see the smile on Ace Rockwell's face, and Gunner responding in kind with a slap. And I think that may be exactly what Ace wanted. He wanted Gunner at his best, and he made no bones about telling people that. And Gunner's certainly bringing it.
All right, wow, I don't know what to make of what we've seen so far in this match, but it looks like now we're going to slow things down a little bit, see if the action continues to be hot and heavy. Gunner claims to be the #1 free agent in professional wrestling today, and really what better way to prove that than by winning this tournament? But at the same time, Ace Rockwell wants to win this tournament because the trophy is named after his trainer, Greg Hollander, the Big Wood.
A lot of sentimentality on the line for Ace Rockwell. It would mean a great deal to him to walk out of here with a trophy named after Big Wood Greg Hollander. Off the ropes, Gunner goes, shoulder tackle. Down goes Ace Rockwell. Gunner follows suit, going for the pinfall, but Rockwell getting out of the ring, making Gunner bide his own time.
Yeah, Rockwell, again, very ring aware, was able to get to the rope, so Gunner was unable to pin him, and now taking a little breather on the floor. So we already know Corey Hollis has advanced to the finals. One of these two men will advance to the finals as well, and I know Ace Rockwell has fought Corey Hollis in singles action before, and Gunner and Hollis would be an interesting dynamic. You have one of the largest guys in the tournament against the smallest guy left, and no matter what happens between Congo Kong and Moose, the winner of that match is going to be the heaviest participant left. So Corey Hollis is going to be at a significant disadvantage size-wise no matter who he has to face.
Gunner with those massive biceps wrapped around the head of Ace Rockwell. Shoots him off, another shoulder tackle. Rockwell again goes down, up and over by Gunner, leapfrog by Rockwell, and a drop kick in the middle of the ring by Ace Rockwell sends Gunner to the outside.
A frustrated Gunner, banging his hands on the mat. Talk about winning a tournament, and whoever wins this one is going to have to win 2 matches tonight after having won a match last night. But Gunner, in one night earlier this year, defeated Mr. Anderson, MVP, and Blam to win the TNA Classic. So he's got that experience of winning multiple matches over the span of a single night. And can he repeat that and become the first Scenic City Invitational champion? We're going to have to find out.
Slowed back down here, both men taking their time before engaging in the next physical activity here.
Well, interesting to see the pace of this match, considering the last bout was one of the shortest matches we've seen. Corey Hollis won in just 8 minutes and 43 seconds, which is really advantageous for him because now he's not going to be as tired. And the longer these guys go, especially given their larger size, particularly with Gunner, the more disadvantaged they might find themselves at in the finals. Because really, it becomes a battle of attrition at some point. You can have all the skill, you can have all the ability, but when it comes down to it, once the total amount of time you've been in the ring passes a certain point, instinct kicks in and your muscles give out, your legs give out, and it's just that mindset, that instinct is what's going to propel the eventual winner of this tournament.
Talk about the power of Gunner. Rockwell had a great deal of difficulty escaping that waistlock. Even went for the old O'Connor roll, was not able to escape, but eventually was able to use the ropes to his advantage. But you can see the power of Gunner on display here. Rockwell chopping him down. Irish whip to the far corner. Rockwell follows. Gunner gets the boot up right in the face. Then a nasty chop by Gunner and another. Rockwell fires back, and the sweat is flying here in the Empire Arena.
Slap fight to a chop fight and now a forearm fight. Oh, Ace Rockwell, though, the first one down as we approach the 5-minute mark of this match. Earlier today, I had the opportunity to see both of these men along with Gunnar Miller at the UTC gym in Chattanooga, and Gunnar told me he was going to do a very light workout. I then saw him put 3 90-pound plates on each side of a barbell to do squats. That's a light workout for him.
And the results show. Look at the man. He looks as though Zeus himself carved him from on top of Olympus, and he came down with that incredible physique. It really looks like a human action figure. Now with the side headlock applied, and Rockwell in trouble on the ground, but he's not giving it up.
He's not giving up, but Gunner's giving them smack talk as well. Again, friends or not, these guys are going to do whatever it takes to win, and Gunner just giving him a little jaw jack as he's got him down, and now Rockwell trying to get back up to his feet, slowly getting up to, got one knee up, and now takes Gunner down, goes for a quick pin, only gets a 2.
It's like a game of chess in this match. It has been one move after the next, but with no great rush to get into it or make a mistake. It's been a very back and forth matchup, and now Gunner with the advantage, lateral press. Rockwell kicks out again. Gunner just simple but effective slam the head of Rockwell into the top turnbuckle. And as we know, they're still underneath that padding, so it's not exactly an easy landing.
No, it's not. I think both of us have had our head slammed into turnbuckles. Probably explains a lot. Probably explains why we're still in the professional wrestling business. One too many blows to the head, that's for sure.
Gunner with a shoulder tackle into the corner. You can see the power of Gunner is starting to take its toll on Rockwell. Rockwell is an endurance wrestler. He's a guy who's no problem going 30, 45 minutes. Rockwell gets the boots up. Now's his opportunity. Big stinger splash in the corner. Goes for the bulldog, but Gunner had that scouted and sent him flying across the ring. Gunner has him hooked. Going again with a slingshot suplex, but Rockwell scouted that. Reversal into a cover, and Gunner kicks out.
You know, we saw both these men use those same moves and sequences on night one, but clearly their opponents knew what was coming. Rockwell went for that stinger splash, and last night against Mark Vandy immediately followed up with the bulldog. When he tried to do it against Gunner, Gunner knew it was coming, was able to defend it, and then when Gunner went for the slingshot, same thing. Rockwell knew it was coming.
Gunner is a man who has survived the killing fields of Fallujah. Ace Rockwell, a man who has survived some very extreme wrestling wars over the years, some bloody and brutal fights.
And as a matter of fact, it wasn't that long ago, earlier this year, where he suffered temporary blindness due to an attack by Sean Tempers, and you were literally there on the spot, and you saw that. So to see how quickly he's been able to come back from that and get back to the level of fighter that he is really remarkable.
Rockwell ducks the clothesline, catches the bulldog there. And Gunner did not see that coming, but was able to kick out.
Finally hitting that bulldog after having it thwarted earlier in the match, but got it again, but unable to get the victory. And now both men down on the mat as referee Graham Long makes the pin.
There's some support for Gunner and a lot of support for Ace. It appears to be a bit mixed in this matchup. There you hear the Ace Rockwell fans. They've lived and died with Ace over the years here at Empire. They've seen him go on many emotional roller coasters, so they feel like they know him personally as a member of their own family, but they certainly respect the star power and athleticism of Gunner. Goes for the fireman's carry. Rockwell blocks it, ducks a clothesline, off the ropes he comes, and Gunner just sidestepped Rockwell, clotheslining himself on the ring rope, and a big knee to the face by Gunner.
There's that big knee. We saw that last night in the first round match against Christian Haim, and in fact earlier in the sequence he went for it and Rockwell ducked out of the way, but this time Gunner able to hit it, but not able to get the victory.
Showing a little bit of frustration after that. Rockwell not moving at all. Now there you see just a little bit of life, and he now manages to sit up. You can tell that